got a clock right here. 4 more seconds. All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Board of Adjustments August 25th, 2015 meeting. I'm calling it to order. Roll call members. I'm Brad Walker, Chairman. Mr. Vice Chairman Devin Graham.
Present.
Mr. Ed Krause.
Present.
Mr. Steve Joffrown.
Present.
Mr. Mike Bro.
Present.
Mr. Brandon Bennett.
Present.
All right. Mr. Willie Robinson. Not present. All right. At this time, I'd like to open up for public comment period. These aren't even moving. All right. Open it up for public comment period. Anybody has anything for or against the Board of Adjustments, please come forward. If you're here for something on the agenda, we'll have a public comment period for each agenda item. Anybody? Nope. Okay, we're closing public comment period. All right, do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of the July 28, 2015 meeting?
Motion.
Do I hear a second?
A second.
Good. Okay. Got a motion by Mr. Devin, second by Mr. Ed, to accept the minutes of the July 28, 2015 meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Minutes accepted. Do I hear a motion to accept the written decisions of the July 28, 2015 meeting?
Motion.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All right. All right, got a motion by Devin, second by Brandon, to approve the written decisions of the July 28, 2015 meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, just before I go to the zoning review IDs, I did want to announce that we have a new lawyer on hand here, Mr. Cody Martin. Say hi, everybody, Cody.
How you doing, everybody?
All right, now going back to the public hearing. Zoning review ID 2531.15, lot 7 for John Vernon, located on the north side of West or W.E. Bill Stevens Road, approximately 800 feet east of LA Highway 431. Somebody here to represent that?
Yep, James Fauger with Earls and Associates representing Mr. John Vernon on the following variance requests. Asking the Commission for approval, granting variance on existing 2 mobile homes that are presently on the east side of the servitude of passage. This was brought before the family partition. They have approved the division. We're just asking for grant the variance. We're not asking for a reduction. We're asking just for a variance on existing mobile homes. So if in the case of one of them ever moved, they have to abide by the 25-foot building line.
So all 3 are currently located on there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are we doing, are we doing a variance for having 2 on one piece of property?
They're
Or we
both,
don't need to?
they're relative. You don't have to.
Okay. All right, any questions?
The garage, it's not part of the issue at all? I see it's on
It's existing non-conforming.
the, okay.
Is he splitting this up, giving it to his family member or
He's
something?
given it to his daughter.
His daughter? Okay.
His daughter's currently living in that mobile home as it is.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? All right, gonna open up public comment period. If anybody has anything for or against the zoning review ID, please come forward. We don't have anybody in the audience, so. Closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion for or against?
I make a motion to accept. I really like the fact that they, if they move it, they have to conform. So I'm going to make a motion to accept.
Do I hear a second?
I'll just second that.
Okay. Got a motion by Mr. Steve, second by Mr. Mike to approve as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, motion passes. Next zoning review ID is 2532.15 for tract 5-B of the Sterling Robert Estates for Randall Denham, located on the north side of Robert Road, approximately 950 feet west of George Lambert Road. You here to represent the property?
Yes, sir.
Tell us what your hardship is and what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm trying to build a storage building / workshop. Lance is telling me it's got to be 14 foot off the property line, and it's going to be, that puts me directly behind the existing carport, and I was trying to put it offset so I could drive through it and go out my driveway back onto the R&B way. And it basically put me, if I put it 1 to 5 foot off my property line, I could accomplish what I'm trying to do. If not, I would not be able to drive through you know, to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish.
Do you have like a drawing or anything that shows what you're trying to do, or? Oh.
Yeah, that one shows like 20 feet off.
12 feet here. Why does it say it's gonna be
Yeah, it says
1
1
foot?
I'm trying to put it 1 to 5 foot off my property line so I can actually drive through it to get back on my driveway, to get back on R&V's way to get out, you know, on Robert Road.
So this little square box you got drawn on here, is it something showing like the thing saying 1.5 feet from the corridor, vehicle corridor, but this is saying 12 foot 6 inches.
Yes, sir. He put that, that's what the requirement would be on a corner lot, because it's considered a corner, because it has two frontages. He would have to be at least half, which would be 12 and a half on
So
that
this
part.
drawing is where he should be. That's
Correct.
not where he wants
Right,
to be.
exactly. Yes,
So he's
sir.
wanting to put it 1.5 to the
Correct,
left.
correct,
Okay.
yes.
I got you.
And this is a 10-foot asphalt driveway? So what we
No,
saying?
it's a 10-foot private road, actually.
Any questions?
Well, what was the reason for not being able to abide by what we have set? Why-
Because it's actually going to sit behind a existing carport, so I can't drive through.
Drive through the existing carport?
Correct.
Is that your sister that owns right across the street there?
Right, my sister's next door to me.
Sandra Denham?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right, have a seat. We'll open it up for public comment period.
Thank you.
Anybody has anything for or against this variance? Please come forward.
Right there, complete.
Closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion? Acceptance, deny, whatever.
All right.
Yeah. Right here, right? That's what I'm gathering too.
Yeah, I read it wrong. I thought he was trying to go on this. What's the most you can do? Like, I think 1.5 is way too close, but I was asking what's the most you could do as far as the setback? Like you said, 5 feet, or I'm just trying to gather. I think 1.5 is kind of close to that. I mean,
Well, no,
it's a private road.
I
but-
could do 5 foot. Probably would get me where I need to get me.
Is this a dead-end road, or is it a?
It is a dead-end
It
road.
is.
And it's actually, the property behind is family partition. All my kids own it, my nephew, my niece. So I don't know if the Atlanta ever be
So
sold or
this is
not.
the dead end portion, right here? Is that right?
No, it continues back. Yeah, it continues, and there's lots down there that has been family partitioned and given to family members of Mr. Denham's property.
Okay.
So the road continues on. It's a private driveway, a private drive to get to those, access to get to those lots behind him.
But it is all family, correct?
Yes, sir, it's all family land.
Lance, what's the normal setback? You said this corner lot, the setback is 12.6.
Yeah, 12 and a half from a corner, yes, sir.
What's the
'Cause
normal setback if it weren't a corner lot?
10 feet.
10 feet?
In this particular district, it would be 10 feet, yes, sir.
How many properties are beyond that point?
Well, my mama owns one lot directly behind my property. And there's 5 grandkids back there.
Just trying to get an idea of how much, traffic would go back and forth.
Well, the only person live back there now is my granddaughter. I mean, my daughter, I'm sorry.
I see.
When you talk about private road, are we talking about a regular width road, or are we talking about an old private road?
You're talking about a driveway,
So it's
you
not,
know, yeah.
So it's not the full width of two
No,
lanes,
it's not.
car
No,
lanes, it's a
no,
one
it's
car
just
lane?
yes, sir. Yeah, it's just a private drive to get access to those properties in the back.
It's maintained by the parish?
No, sir, it's a private drive. It's maintained by the property owners.
Sort of like limestone type?
Yes, sir, most probably. It says it's asphalt, so.
No, it is an asphalt road.
That's fine.
It is, okay.
I see he still has a 60-foot wide right of way, but just a 10-foot road. So he's still gonna be,
Is that 60 foot?
I think it's 60 foot in the back.
I'm showing 29.59 to the left and 30.22 to the right. Am I reading that right?
No, I thought that was the degrees of where that stakes are.
No, it's 59.81 feet.
Across?
That property, yeah, that property where the road is, that property looks like it goes back and it flares off. So actually, that lot fronts on Robert Road. So that front is actually 60 feet, and within that, well, 58.81, and within that, there's a 10-foot driveway that's in there. It looks like it's pretty much dead center of that 60 feet, or 59.81.
Okay. So, yeah.
So your property line is still 20 feet off the road as it exists right now, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Could you do a little more, like 7 feet?
Yeah.
I can, yeah, I mean, whatever y'all can give me, I'll take. It's just, 12.4 is too much.
You said 10 would be 10
Now-
feet?
Correct. If it wouldn't be next to an access servitude, 10 feet, if there was just a property line, a common property line there, yes, sir, 10 feet would be the minimum that he would have to be from that property.
And then the other medium is some sides are like 5-foot lines. 5's the lowest I think we've ever gone in the past history as a board, to a property line or something like that. Because once you get into 5, there's usually some issues there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we just did that one in Santa Monica with a 7-foot.
Yeah, I was about to say, almost like 7 if anything, but.
Do I hear a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to accept that 7 feet, if it sounds like he's willing to do that.
Yeah, I'll second that.
A 7-foot variant? Or 7 foot from the property line?
Thank you.
7 foot from the
7 foot
line?
from the property
7
line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's, so variance.
All right. Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Right, okay. Got a motion to approve a variance for 7 foot from the property line by Mr. Steve, second by Mr. Mike. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes with adjustment. All right, old business. Our last zoning review ID is 2005-26.15. Portion of Lot 1, formerly portion of the Rosalie Santamar property for Randy Gotro, located on the east side of George Lambert Road, approximately 300 feet north of LA Highway 429. James, you back again?
Yes, sir. Representing Earls and Associates and Randy Gotro on the following variance requests, asking the commission for approval. The lot size does meet the zoning requirements, but part of it, since it falls within the road right-of-way, they're not including that into the zoning. So there is 2 residences on one existing lot. This was the family's property. It's an inherited property now. There's multiple owners, so we're dividing it up so they can sell. So 2 residents.
So we're not worrying about the 12-foot servitude that it's going into.
That's all proposed, basically. No, we're just asking for variance on the lot, yeah.
Yeah, the lot
They've already approved it contingent upon, yeah. So basically, if any of these structures have to be moved, then they have to abide by the new building lines.
Okay.
Yeah, you meet it, it just had the right of way in the way, right?
That's
Correct, yeah. Correct. You cannot add or calculate the right away when you calculate square footage of your lot.
But the property line is in the center of the road?
Yes, sir.
That's where
Correct.
he owns to it. That's what he
Yes, sir.
pays taxes on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not out of that calculation, it's out of this calculation.
What's that?
I said it's not out of that calculation, it's out of this one. All right. Any other questions? All right, gonna open up for public comment period. Anybody for or against this vote? I don't know.
Y'all don't
Stacking
charge
up
it.
against
I'm
you,
for
Jay.
it.
You for it?
Definitely for it.
All right. There's nobody else in here, and the last person just kind of exited the door, so. All right, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
All right, got a motion by Mike, second by Brandon. To accept as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Any new business? Other than we got a new lawyer.
Cody, you want to give a speech now?
No, I'm okay.
Cody, would you like to tell everybody your past experience and your
The
resume?
less I
and
have to
everything?
say, the better.
All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion.
I'll motion.
All right, got a motion by Brandon, second by
Second.
Mike. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned.